episode of ALcHeMy Crypto. I'm your host, Remember, nothing I say in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Shout out to all the alchemists, stateside, tri-state, down south, west coasting, and all around the rock. No paid promotions on this channel, never ever. Alright guys, welcome, thanks for stopping back into the CyPhA. Thank you for being here, guys. I do appreciate every single one of you, and let's just jump right into it. Alright, alchemist, welcome in. If you're hearing my voice right now, you are early. Only 4.5% of the entire global population are currently invested. So if you are here, you are early. Here's a visual on technology adoption chart to help you understand how early we actually are. You can see here we have tablet, washing machine, landline, the dryer, the home air conditioner, computers, automobiles, microwaves, cell phones, color TVs, household fridges, and so on and so forth, all the way down. So when crypto hits that curve, and we do hit the 100% mark, be positioned accordingly, not financial advice. Alright, here's a closer look at that thing. You can see we're flushing toilets, we got running water, we're using vacuums, fridges, electric power, radios, all that stuff, and crypto is next to follow. So we're too early, bro. If 4.5 can believe in crypto, then think of 50%. I'm excited for this, so are we. We're buckled up, positioned accordingly. Okay, let's take a look at market cap. Right now we're sitting at 769 billion. So this thing continues to bleed out. Let's take a look here. We are far away from that 3 trillion that we once saw. I think we'll get back there and exceed it at some point. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Alright, let's take a look in at first mover Bitcoin right now. 16,845 at the time of this stream. It is Wednesday going into Thursday, December 22nd. So your Bitcoin is at 16,830. The Brooklyn Project 1212. BNB at 247. And XRP, the chosen one, at 34 cents. Alright guys, markets rally today. I believe we're going to see some volatility tomorrow. We have some GDP report coming out, so we're going to be watching that closely. We'll probably be trading live because we do expect some volatility. Full disclosure, we've been just sitting on the sidelines watching for a while. There's a little too much sideways chop, and we're sitting this one out for the time being, but tomorrow may be a different story. We have the market rose today, and I believe it is the pump before the dump. We'll see how that report comes in. If it's hot, we'll see a dump. If it's cool or cold, we'll probably see a rally. So they're rallying today in anticipation. So let's look in at crypto fear and greed real quick. We are at a 28. So let's look at the CNN bear bull. We've come down quite a bit. They're getting fearful on Wall Street. Maybe they're fearing that CPI report tomorrow. So we're watching close. Let's take a quick look at metals. The gold price is $18.24 an ounce. Silver ask is $24.20. Platinum at $10.19, and palladium $17.46. All right. Let's look at some oil. Oil sitting at 78 bucks for a barrel of crude. The Brent at 82. Okay, for trading oil, we're not seeing any relief here at the pumps yet as of now out in the sticks. Hopefully the next batch this thing will start to come down. Let's look at the DXY 103. This thing continues to take a breather. If we go to a lower time frame, you can see this thing is retracing, coming down 103. Usually we have that inverse correlation with crypto, but as the blockchain backer pointed out the other day, if you follow him, you've seen it. He's saying for the first time the DXY has come down and crypto went down. We did not see that inverse, so it is broken. And this will be something to look back on because that is not usual. And can it go the other way? So we're watching this thing closely unfold. We're keeping an eye on the dollar, gold, silver, crypto, the macro, the DXY. We watch it all. Alright, now huge missing and growing 65 trillion, and then there's 80 trillion reported right here. Yes, you're reading that right. More than 80 trillion of hidden off balance sheet dollar debt in the form of FX swaps. So if that could start a big mess, guys. If you remember, the financial crisis that hit Cyprus in 2013 affected the lives of many people. It was a debt crisis which led to a liquidity crisis and bank freezes, yet people think it can't happen in the US. Well, it can. Now, Cyprus, Greece was bailed out by the IMF and the ECB. I don't know that anyone's coming to our rescue. Maybe the Fed, maybe he'll bail the banks out, but this from the World Bank, they're warning of increasing risk of global recession. If we're not already in one, some would argue that we are. So you got JP Morgan warning of an Armageddon scenario. We're watching this thing closely. We got our popcorn, guys. Buckle up. Could get ugly. Will we see the 10 to 14K, and that bearish pennant we were watching did not play out? So let's just jump over into some charts and take a look and see what's really going on. Alright, so we're just kind of chopping sideways in this range right here. And like I said, we long the CPI report, and then we had a great day shorting the meeting the next day. So since then we've been just sitting out. This thing was chopping. We had a little drop. I think it was faked out a lot of people. There were a lot of shorts that got wrecked when this thing came back up to this level towards the end here, and now we're just doing this choppy chop sideways thing right here. So is this thing gonna break up or down? We don't know. We're just sitting it out. Probably tomorrow we'll see some volatility either way, so we're watching close, and we will be trading live in the CyPhA. If you want to learn a trade, you know where to go. Alright, now psychology of a market cycle, we talk about it all the time. We're going to talk about it again. I do believe we're down in this red area somewhere in here. We're getting close, but I believe there is a lot of contagion, a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt out there in the markets. So I don't think we're done yet. Typically we see an 85% correction, and we are on our way there. We are on schedule to get there. I think there's a little more leverage to be flushed from the system. In the words of the crazed Kevin O'Leary, him and his support of SBF just blows my mind. Anyway, he said we need a big player to fall. Little did he know it was him and his boy Sammy over there at FTX. I believe there's more to come. I think we need a big player to fall, like DCG, Grayscale, one of them, Tether, who knows what it's going to be, both, all of them, Binance, who knows. There's a lot of FUD out there, so we're watching. I think we are not yet in despair. We've seen capitulation. Retail, I'm pretty sure, has capitulated and is gone, and just the hodlers are in here. I think if Tether fell and DCG and Binance, maybe there would be despair. I think that would be the bottom. We'll return to the mean and go from there. I don't think it's happening for a while. Alchemists like that because we know that that presents a fantastic opportunity to continue to acquire these highly undervalued assets. All right, let's keep moving. Binance CEO, digital asset market faces crisis akin to the 2008 financial crisis. We will see cascading effects. So, that's coming. Cycles back in 2015. If we look back, we followed an 86% drawdown, an 85% drawdown. Currently, we're at about 78%, an 84% drawdown. To put us on track with the previous two cycles would put us right around that 10 to 14K mark. So they're saying 11.1. Let's go. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see sub 10K Bitcoin, but if Tether falls, I believe we'll see its true value. Now, the indictments against SBF have been unsealed. We know they were talking about him having an extradition hearing. He apparently didn't want to sit there, and his lawyers made some deals. They probably paid off some Bahamian authorities. And the extradition was supposed to take weeks. They were saying sometime in February, but it looks like he pulled some strings, which, and he is going to be moved to New York. He is flying in very soon. Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of FTX, is out of the magistrate court in Nassau, Bahamas on Wednesday, December 21st. Bankman-Fried is on his way to an airport to be flown to the U.S. to face a litany of criminal charges after a Bahamian judge approved his extradition. So, I think some pockets got lined. He got his little case moved on up. He's looking a little skinny, crashing off that Addy bomb, and probably not enjoying that jail food too much. Little does he know, Rikers Island ain't going to be too much friendlier. He's hoping to catch some bail over here. If they give this kid bail, I think he'll jump before he goes back. I don't think he can do the time. I think he's going to do whatever he has to do. Now this, his cohorts, Gary Wang and Alameda's Caroline Ellison, plead guilty to federal charges, and they are cooperating with prosecutors. So, they struck a deal, threw him under the bus, probably told them everything. And this is their fall guy. This is their little patsy. He's looking a little skinny. He might want to eat some good food on that plane, because that's probably the last time he may ever see it. Unless he gets bail. So we're watching this thing unfold. We're watching this thing close. Now, troubled crypto lender Genesis owes creditors at least $1.8 billion. That's another piece, the other shoe to drop. We're watching closely. Grayscale won't share proof of reserve, citing security, probably because they don't have it. So we're watching this thing. They've already, under the DCG umbrella, you have Genesis, and you have all these companies that still are out there that probably had exposure. They're hanging on by a thread. A lot of them are silent, and you know what they say, no news is good news, but in this case, I don't think so. So, I think no news is bad news. I think they're staying quiet because any day now, I think if this thing drops a couple more dollars, we've seen 15, 14K Bitcoin, I think we'll see some filings. So, now is Tether in trouble? We're watching close. How to survive the coming Tether USDT collapse. We know Coinbase and BlackRock and Circle USDC offering trading for free. Take your money out of Tether and put it into something we control through BlackRock USDC coin. Guys, I believe they're after all the stable coins. They do not want anyone to have any kind of stable. That's what I honestly believe. If you take a step back from the entire space and you look at the US and what it's doing over in Ukraine, heading towards Russia, probably over the petrodollar. Coinbase offers free trades from USDT to USDC. Anything that threatens our almighty petrodollar will fall. Tron's USDD stablecoin falls to under 97 cents. So Tron under attack. Tether under attack. This thing lost its peg. I haven't checked to see if it's back. Don't care. Hope it falls. Don't trust Tron or Justin Sun. So let's keep moving. Who else has a dollar stable coin? I'm just saying, guys, I don't believe in coincidence. And where there's smoke, there's fire. You got all these guys that have stable coins under attack. Tether Binance, Tether. So we're watching this thing unfold. Let's listen real quick. Quick clip.
Right now, U.S. dollars are technically classified as Federal Reserve notes, which are much less controlled. However, a central bank digital currency, defined as an asset instead of a note, would be open to a nearly unimaginable amount of control, far surpassing any to be access restricted for specific parties at any time. Right now, U.S. dollars are technically classified.
They're trying to get all the money into Circle's USDC coin so they can control it. That's what I honestly believe, that this is all for control. They can turn the money on and off once you put it into USDC because it's all held by BlackRock and controlled by the Fed. So, Uncle Sam, think about it. I believe that crypto is under attack. Chairman Gary Gensler of the U.S. Government Securities Exchange Commission deleted key details of meetings with George Soros. Well, what is Soros known for? Wrecking economies and destroying currencies. You know, he collapsed the pound. He was about to. Things were ugly, and he is probably aiding in this, and that's probably why Gary deleted Soros from his calendar. I believe they're after the stables. Do you feel like crypto is under attack by outside forces? Oh yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Go down, comment below. Alright, now, Sleepy Joe leading the charge on their agenda. Yes, we need regulations. Let's do it. Global Bitcoin and crypto rules after the FTX collapse. So Joe reads the teleprompter. If you leaned on the keyboard like Anchorman and you type Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q A S D F J K L colon, he would say that. So the puppet is saying we need a critical call for game-changing global Bitcoin and crypto rules after this. So they got their little patsy. They're bringing him on home, and we'll see what they do with him. He's going to the same place Epstein went. We like to speculate on this channel, so we'll just go ahead and do so. We believe they realized that Tether in here in the center crypto circle, and Binance USD and Tron stablecoin, and anything else that threatens the US dollar as the world reserve currency is currently under attack. Alchemists already know. Now, speaking of being under attack, not trying to fearmonger, but it has to be said. If you have assets on Binance or Binance US, take them off now. Don't wait. Also, if you're holding Binance USDC, you should sell that immediately. This is coming from a guy that lost a ton on FTX because I misjudged the exact same setup. So guys, not your keys, not your crypto. Exchanges are not your friends. US government can do whatever they want. CZ is under attack, and I believe it's because of the USD. And maybe they want those assets. They are becoming the largest holder of Bitcoin. If you remember the Silk Road, they seized a ton. So the withdrawals continue over at Binance. So far, CZ is doing a fantastic job. Props to him for handling this. He's seeing a lot of money come in, a lot of money go out, and he's able to process all that and get it done and keep customers happy. So I still say it's risky, guys. Not your keys, not your crypto. The alchemists already know. Binance CEO CZ brushes off a $2.1 billion FTX clawback concern. He was on Squawk Box on NBC the other day. I caught the interview with him. He did say, we'll let the lawyers sort it out. When asked about this, he was paid $2.1 billion for his stake in FTX. He invested $500 million, got back 2.1 because he would not sell his piece and allow them to get that bit license and push his regulation. So they had to keep up in the price. He finally took 2.1 billion off a $500 million investment, which is a nice return. And when asked about a clawback to help make FTX holders whole, he basically was like, nah, we'll let the lawyers sort it out. And she was eye-rolling, the reporter. So that was interesting to see. Now, the U.S. Justice Department is split over charging Binance as crypto world falters. If this guy goes down, they can just go after him on money laundering charges and whatever they want, and they will seize all the assets and add them to their giant Bitcoin wallet that the U.S. government already is sitting on. All they have to do is charge him, indict him, charge him, go after him. Interpol will snatch him up, and that will be the end of Binance. Just like that. The alchemists already know. Not your keys, not your crypto. His 60 Bs that he's got sitting there does not matter. And if you look, 25 of those Bs is in Binance US dollars. He's got some Tether US dollars. I don't think the US government likes that. Not one bit. So him holding a token he printed, think about this, guys. If you were the government, would you let anyone have a printing press? Would you let anyone have a printing machine? No, they're the only ones who can do it. When you do it, it's called counterfeit. When they do it, it's called inflation. So they're not going to allow this. They're not going to allow anyone to mess with the dollar but them. The alchemists already know. Now they're split over charging him. If that comes down, this was an investigation from 2018. So after years, they are finally getting close to making a decision. It started in 2018. Suggests that there is a conflict among U.S. prosecutors. They're split. They don't know if they're going to do this. They could possibly charge him with the U.S. anti-money laundering laws and sanctions. So they're investigating charges related to unlicensed money transmission, money laundering conspiracy, and criminal sanctions violations. That's enough to put him away, take all his assets. They will do it if they want it. So we're watching this thing close, guys. They're arguing a little. They're putting it out there. They're letting the people know. We might take this guy out. We might charge him. We might not. So they're giving you a chance. Basically, if you have money on Binance, they're telling you, we might not. Do you want to chance it? Not your keys, not your crypto. The alchemists already know. Now this, cops pull over a former FBI agent, now cybersecurity self-described hacker. They start running through his wallet and show seed words on the body cam. Cop has no clue what he's looking at. He's like, what do these words mean? Is this a love letter? I'm a police officer. Anyway, guys, don't carry your seed phrase with you. Keep that thing at home in a fire safe. I mean, don't have it on you. Not your keys, not your crypto. Cop don't know what he's got there. He's got this dude's keys. Probably to a fat bag of crypto if he's a hacker. So, not your keys, not your crypto. Shout out to all the alchemists that are in hot and cold storage. Okay. Now, Fed talk. We got to talk about this guy. I believe he is to remain hawkish into next year. He wants to see inflation come way down. He's not going to pause or pivot until he does. He wants to see employment up, inflation down. We are not there yet. We are getting that GDP report tomorrow, so we're keeping an eye on that. I believe he's going to remain hawkish. He will not go down as the Fed who failed to tame inflation. Alchemists already know, so I think he's going to come out swinging at the next meeting, which is scheduled for January 31st. Here is the meetings for next year. So we got our popcorn, our suds. We're sitting here buckled up. Now, you got John Taylor saying U.S. inflation is not low enough for the Fed. I don't think it is either. You have Miss Mester, Loretta Mester here. Evidence suggests tentative signs of inflation stabilizing. However, she says it's still too high. Bloomberg Markets. So, I believe he's going to keep going. I don't think he's done yet. He doesn't care how much Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, or Google you hold. He's going to wreck this thing. He's going to continue to go. So, he's not ready yet, guys. He ain't going to pivot yet. So, just buckle up. Keep that pile of dry powder. DCA in case things change. Do your dollar cost average just like usual. Don't go too crazy because I believe we're going down. Keep that pile of dry powder so that if we do see that big drop, that big leg down, you can take advantage. Okay, now the housing market is crashing right now. I'm seeing real estate prices go lower and lower, and I will continue to eat up properties just like this. This thing just dropped in November, $1,000. We're now in December. I'm looking for another drop. I might pull the trigger on this one. Did grab that one. These things are out there. I'll buy them, paint them, do what I gotta do, carpet, landscape, and flip. So let's talk about the ISOs. Here they are. Ripple, XRP, I believe will eat the lion's share. XLM is going to be right up there with XDC. And then you have IOTA, Algo, HBAR, Quant, and Cardano. Looks like the industry is shaking though, because I believe Bitcoin comes out as the only one with the commodity status. XRP with the currency status. And I believe everything else is ruled as security. You see Vitalik attacking XRP, shaking in his boots. You see Charles H. over there at Cardano, shaking in his boots, looking real nervous, making wild predictions, trying to draw attention away from Cardano. So, I believe the whole industry is shaking. This is how the ISOs are going to work. Here is the roadmap. Here is the interoperability roadmap of the future financial system. Take a look. There it is. Alright. And if you notice, what's this? Circle. I see a circle. Anyway, let's keep going. BlackRock CEO says next generation for markets is tokenized, and the alchemists already know all assets to become tokenized once we have regulatory clarity and regulation and they have control of all the money. And you will see institutional investors that have been parked on the sidelines, waiting, positioned accordingly, flood in. Metals, equities, bonds, real estate, commodities, they will all have their lunch eaten by blockchain and distributed ledger technology. Okay. Speaking of distributed ledger technology and highly undervalued assets, let's look in on the chosen one. XRP, 34 cents, almost to my sweet spot where I like to buy that 3 for $1. Let's go. Alright, by 2024, at least 50% of the world's population is expected to use digital wallets for transactions valued at over 9 trillion. So, you want a piece of that? Position accordingly, not financial advice. Crypto whales moving millions. Follow the money, guys. 1.5 billion dollars, 4 billion XRP leaving Bittrex exchange. So follow the money. Why do they accumulate XRP? Why do they continue to accumulate XRP? I can probably speculate on why. Because the real evolution of crypto is not cryptocurrencies, it's actually the transformative infrastructure that sits underneath it, distributed ledger technology. Basically, these assets, you want to get them cheap, and that is now. Okay, was this thing designed for 10K? Well, we don't know. Are they going to revalue gold around 10K and peg 1 XRP to it and this thing become the next world reserve currency? I sure hope so. We're positioned accordingly. This thing runs faster than Usain Bolt. Alright, flip of the switch coming. Guys, we don't know. Klaus, flip it up.
Flip the switch. There's me not. It's no beating.
Alright, so we are watching volume spikes happen. They're saying XRP will shake the foundation of the financial system. I had this in a previous video. If you missed it, go back and take a look. Advisor to Saudi royals told my family to invest in XRP. This will become the next world reserve currency. So, you have the World Economic Forum warning that XRP and JPM coin are stable coins for cross-border payments, the future financial framework being laid before your eyes, being reported in the World Economic Forum white paper. Now we got Cameron Faust saying XRP going to 15 cents. He's been predicting this. This came out November 20th. I hope he is right. I really do. I would love to see some 15-cent XRP. I will be backing up the truck, borrowing the neighbors. The alchemists already know. Now, if the derivatives market is run through XRP's ledger, that's $1 to $2 quadrillion market divided by the total supply of XRP, taking the low estimate and dividing by XRP supply, gives you the $10,000 value. So this could happen. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying it can happen. It could, maybe. So, be on the right side or the wrong side of history. The alchemists already know. You could be a wolf or you could be a sheep. Choice is yours. Remember, fortune favors the bold. Okay, if you want to learn to trade, jump over to ALcHeMyCryptoCypher.com, join the Discord. You just click right here, and you can get private instruction with the Alchemist, custom charts and indicators. We like to trade by the book. Win every trade. No one's perfect, but we do all right. So if you want to do that, you guys know where to go. ALcHeMyCryptoCypher.com. We will get you set up. We will get you in the yard. We will get you rolling on your way to some of these tickets. Here is BitYard. Alright, I gotta just move this over for a sec and stretch it out so I can continue on, because I have too many tabs open. I do apologize for that, guys. Okay, where were we? Right here. So jump over to ALcHeMyCryptoCypher.com if you want to trade. Okay. Let's see if I can get this thing up here. Okay. Where were we? Oh, that's not going to work. Stand by, Alchemist. Alright. Here we go. Alright. If you are trading, please use good risk management. Set stop loss. Set take profit target. And do not be like Caroline Ellison, the snitch. Threw Sammy Boy under the bus. Alright, so let's talk about BRICS, guys. This Saudi Prince MBS over there is looking to join BRICS. If that happens, it's going to be real ugly for the dollar, because that's the only thing backing it. There is no gold backing the dollar right now. Dollar versus yuan. China says it's moving to buy oil in its own currency, so getting away from the dollar, guys. This could get real ugly. We're watching the situation unfold. We're watching it closely. He's getting a warm reception from Xi. Maybe they're going to do some deals in the yuan. And if they're not already, you got Putin over here laughing with Xi. They're going, yeah, it's done. We're making deals with the Saudis. It's done. So, China Xi is telling the Gulf nations to use Shanghai's exchange for yuan energy deals. So, this thing is progressing rapidly. Putin and China just did the unthinkable, and the West is in big trouble. They're trying to ditch the dollar. The alchemists know what happens when they do that. We will break out the big guns, and you're seeing that happen right now. That's what I believe this war is about. I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Watch out, America. China and Russia are stockpiling gold. Russia continues to buy. China continues to buy. They've been hoarding for years while the U.S. was asleep at the wheel, thinking this oil deal, Bretton Woods, or Bretton Woods would last forever. So hopefully it does. There is a plan. The global reset. New world order is coming, guys. Buckle up. You need to have God's money, gold, silver, food, fuel, freedom seeds, whatever you're going to need to make it generational wealth on the other side. If things get real ugly, they keep pushing this thing. So we're watching. Sorry, let's go. Alright, now we got to talk about this. All eyes on the U.S. Justice Department, DOJ, once again. After House Committee recommends charging Donald Trump, I believe they're going to try and charge this guy and make it so that he cannot come back. He is exactly what this country needs right now, and I think we all realize that under the Biden administration. I think we realized that we were hoodwinked. They stole the election basically by suppressing evidence on the socials about Hunter's laptop, about Joe's business dealings, and Trump tried to warn us, saying, you're the big guy, aren't you the big guy? 10% to the big guy. So we know he was dealing with Russia. We know he was doing deals with China. We know he profited big time off them selling out our country. And had we known that, like we should have, and they didn't interfere with the election like they did, using the FBI and other three-letter agencies through the socials, Twitter, Facebook, what have you out there, we probably would not have Biden as a president. Trump would have won by a landslide, and I believe he will in the next election. I believe he's coming back. The big, bad, scary orange man will be president again. He's just what we need. I think markets will soar. I think the country just realizes how bad we need him. So now we have this.
Not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
I think he's coming back, guys. So I do believe he will be back. Alright, alchemists. That's about all I got. Do not forget gold, silver, cash, freedom seeds, food, fuel, whatever you need to make it. Grow your own food, guys. Herbs, spices. Have them, because supply chain is not only limited to the stores. Alright, I'll leave you with some words of the wise.
Everybody, try to be nice to everybody else, okay?
Alright, so I would like to thank every single one of you for watching. We're hitting milestones over here. The channel continues to grow. I do appreciate you. Please pray for peace. We will continue to do so. The alchemists already know. Subscribe, like, hit the thumbs up on the way out. If you found anything in this video interesting, please turn on notifications so you know when I go live and do the midnight live stream. Alright, alchemists. That's about all I got for you. Until next time, this is your alchemist signing off.